when I first had the idea of like, we've got to bother So Young until she says yes, I was like, well, EOS began with this incredible like challenger brand, like moxie, like a little chip on the shoulder a little bit, or at least that's kind of what was exuding. And I'm like, but then you guys started crushing category after category. And I was like, I wonder what happens when they go Hollywood. But that didn't happen, did it?
I don't think so, and I hope it never does. So you're absolutely right. The business was actually founded very much like on an original challenger mentality, when the whole idea was everybody is doing it one way, we're going to do it a completely different way. And at the time, it was related to, we're famous for our egg-shaped lip balms. So the idea was everybody else is the same old boring stick. We're going to do an egg-shaped thing that is fun and collectible and delightful, and we're going to launch it in a way that nobody's ever done. Hey, this whole social media thing that was new at the time, 15 years ago.
100%.
We're going to launch on social media with influencers, people who are going to help tell our story on our behalf. And so I really like to think that today my job is to honor that heritage of disruption and to figure out how I take that into the next kind of phase of this journey for obviously a much longer standing, much larger company in very different categories than where we first started out. I guess if I think about it, to me, being a challenger is a behavior, not a budget.
Oh, I love that.
So it's really about how do I think about how we act and think and approach problem solving, approach, really everything that we do within the team. It's not just about being constrained from a budget standpoint. Now, look, are we constrained from a budget standpoint? Of course. I think everybody, no matter how much money you have, feels like you're constrained from a budget standpoint. But isn't that the beauty of it? Because I think that when you do work with constraints, it forces you to be that much more creative. It forces you to really figure out what matters and how to attack the problem with the things that are meaningful.
Yeah. Art is limitation.
Yes.
Full stop.